you guys know that in Malaysia there is a statutory body that known as Employees Provident Fund, EPF, or in Malay known as Kumpulan Wang Simpanan Pekerja, KWSP, that help employees to save some portion of their monthly salary. This body is formed according to the laws of Malaysia, EPF Act 1991, Act 452, that provides retirement benefits for the member with comply to their vision and mission. The vision is helping member for better future while the mission is to safeguard member savings and deliver excellent services. This is the primary pension savings in Malaysia and compulsory to contribute for private sector employees. It is a federal statutory body under Ministry of Finance. This body responsible in managing the savings for retirement planning for private sector employees.
Do you guys know about when the Employee Provident Fund was set up and what it is purpose? The Malaysian Employees Provident Funds, EPF, was established on the 1st of October 1951 and is one of the oldest and largest retirement funds in the world. The Employees Provident Fund, EPF, Act 1991 requires employees and their employers to contribute towards their retirement savings and allows workers to withdraw these savings at retirement or for special purposes. As of the 31st of December 2012, EPF has 13.6 million members, of which 6.4 million are active contributing members. EPF provides retirement benefits for the private sector and non-pensionable public sector employees and also provides a framework for employers to meet legal and moral obligations to their employees. EPF is intended to help employees from the private sector save a fraction of their salary in a lifetime banking scheme, to be used primarily as a retirement fund but also in the event that the employee is temporarily or no longer fit to work. The fourth largest pension fund in Asia and seventh largest in the world. Well, as you guys know, impartiality and transparency are key to EPF's success. So, board members assume the responsibility of setting the mission of the company and steering all our actions to adhere to that mission. Tan Sri Ahmad Badri Muhammad Zahir is appointed chairman of the EPF board beginning the 1st of May 2020. Aside from being chairman of the EPF, he currently serves as chairman of Tenaga Nasional Berhad Sabak Electricity Sendirian Berhad and Institute Jantung Negara Sendirian Berhad. He is also pro-chancellor of the University Tenaga Nasional. Next, for deputy chairman, Zakia Jafar has been appointed as deputy chairman of the EPF board beginning February 1, 2020 to May 31, 2021. She currently holds the position of Deputy Secretary General of the Treasury, Policy. Aside from being an EPF board member, she also sits as a board member of Petronas, Prima, Air Asset Management Berhad, Milo Samana Rayat, and Bintulu Port Holdings Berhad.
Next, for the organizational structure of EPF Malaysia, Aiman would be explain it. EPF Malaysia using a hierarchy organizational structure and it can be seen through organizational chart. The top level of organizational structure in EPF Malaysia is EPF Board. It also has a Board of Audit Committee and Board of Risk Management Committee under the EPF Board which has directly supervise a three-department which is Risk Management Department, Internal Audit Department and Integrity and Corporate Governance Department. The second level is Chief EPF Officer which supervise 5 different position of third-level management in EPF organizational structure which is Deputy Chief EPF Officer, Operation, Chief Investment Officer, Chief Strategy Officer, Chief Finance Officer and Chief Digital Technology Officer. The third level in organizational structure has their own each responsibility to supervise their own department based on their expertise such as Deputy Chief EPF Officer, Operation, supervise one of the departments under it which is Property Management Department, Chief Investment Officer which in charge of Treasury Department, Chief Strategy Officer is in charge of Strategy Management Department, Chief Finance Officer is in charge of Finance Department and Chief Digital Technology Officer that in charge of Digital Infrastructure Department.
My name is Nurul Hazira and my partner is Abdul Razak would like to discuss the functions of the Employees Provident Fund. The main function of the EPF is to provide corporate and private sector employees who are members of any other pension or provident fund with a retirement benefit in order to ensure a better standard of living during retirement. Funds for this protection are collected from contributions from members and are subject to specific terms and conditions. EPF is mandatory for every government or private employee aged 16 years and above and employed under a service agreement to contribute. It is guaranteed and controlled by the government. The government sets the contribution rate. The employee contribution rate is 11%, while the employer contribution rate is 12%. Besides, EPF also make investment in money market and channel the fund to government and also to private sector through purchasing of government guarantee letters and debentures of company. Most of the employees' provident fund investments are channeled into purchasing treasury bills and government securities. With the funds obtained, allows the government to finance development projects and budget deficits and indirectly can encourage the development of economy. The discussion will be continued by Abdul Razak regarding the functions of the Employees Provident Fund.
Play a role to help employees who are members of EPF in processing housing loan guarantee applications. After working a few years, the majority of salaried Malaysians will have accrued at least a small sum of money in their EPF accounts. Some may have a rough idea that money from the EPF could be used to help for the purchase of a house or a residential unit shop lot, from a developer, individual or at public auction, or to pay down a loan. The EPF also can allow members who are having medical problems to make a withdrawal from their account too, to help cover the medical expenses for approved illnesses and healthcare equipment as fertility treatment of 36 different critical illnesses, compared with 13 previously. The list, which currently allows for the withdrawal for treatment of critical illnesses such as major organ transplant, multiple sclerosis, stroke and cancer, has now been expanded to include diseases such as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, chronic liver and lung disease and SLE. Well, I think these functions of EPF are enough for us to discuss.
The conclusion that can be made is that the existence of this Employees Provident Fund has greatly benefited its members for a long time. This is because every employee will definitely end the service contract with the employer, and to ensure human life that needs money as a source to fulfill or satisfy a need, then the CPF service has given its members the opportunity to receive continuous pension money to cover life needs when not working again. This EPF service also provides various benefits with a dividend that is announced every year and has proven to be more advanced and strong national economy, so the dividend that will be earned by its members is high.